The Gatorade Cup Series heads to North Carolina as we are here at the North Wilkesboro Speedway for the running of the Mello Yello 400. Technically a throwback race here in the Gatorade Cup Series. We're here at the old racetrack of North Wilkesboro. And on the pole for tonight's race is points leader Riley Sampson, to whose outside is the 22 of Am McDowell. Then third we have Levi Schoens, fourth is Oliver Galloway, and rounding out the top five it's Trey Rainey. Then sixth we have Mathis Wells, seventh place is Luke Rainey, eighth is Matt Oskin, in ninth is Cole Luigi with Nathan Ormond rounding out the top 10. The rest of the field teams Joe Jefferson, to his inside is Jay Jefferson. Then we have Sebastian Kukulon with Matt Godden. Then there's Anton Charlebois and Alex Fletcher, along with Jake Galloway, his teammate Derek Bouchard to his inside. Then there's Al Lagacy and Trey Wright, along with Elap Wright, who won last race at Richmond, to his outside is the 4 Jonathan Rains. Then we have Tyler Fink, to his inside is the guy who finished second at Richmond, Anthony Hernandez. Then there's Derek Hamill and Griffin Lynn, along with Danny Lloyd and William Bullen. Then there's TJ Hanley and Carter Friesen, along with Vince Vinta and Alexander Rowe. Then Jonathan Buford, the guy who won last night in the Target Series, Jeff Bright in the 9. Then there's Carter Joey and Colton Yo, along with Stephen Taylor and Marshall Burrow. Then there's Roman Fenway and Mitchell Collins. And in the final, it's Max Harrison, the 12, to his outside is the 10 of Wyatt Walker. He's second in points coming into this race. So there's our 42-car field for the Mello Yello 400. Let's get going. Let's go on trackside and fire these engines up.
Drivers, start your engines!
And the field fires their engines up as we get ready to go racing for the second time in the Gatorade Cup Series at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. And on the pole for tonight's race is points leader Riley Sampson. He's going to look for his first win of the season. 60 laps at the short track in North Carolina. Who will leave as victor in the Mello Yello 400? Sampson, pole, McDowell to his outside. They come off turn 4 to the restart zone. Stepping on the gas is Riley Sampson, and we are green in North Wilkesboro. Adam McDowell has already fallen back on top of 3 wide. Cars going around left and right. Now Luke Rainey contact with Mathis Wells at the front of the field down the backstretch. They're 3 wide inside the front 5. And Levi Schoens attacking Riley Sampson for the lead. Contact between the 2 and the 6. They sort out for now. Now Wells sideways out the corner. Gives the inside to Cole Luigi. Luke Rainey going to come down in front of the 18 and keep the 4th position. Luigi cannot make the run on Wells as Wells back to the inside. The 2 is for the lead. Schoens inside Riley Sampson to turn 3. Drives it hard into 3 and 4. Levi Schoens to lead in the Mello Yello 400 here at North Wilkesboro. And the Yello is out for the first time on lap 3. And Stephen Taylor a hard hit in the 33. Our first Yello of the race comes out early on within the first 5 laps. Levi Schoens are racing. These drivers should mostly stay on the racetrack. And involved it looked like Stephen Taylor and Mitchell Collins as they got heavy damage along with Jonathan Buford in the 62. So let's see what happens. First caution of the day comes out early on. This all started off of turn number 4, if you can believe it. Up there, you'll see at the front of the screen, on the left side of the screen, Danny Lloyd 4 wide up top with TJ Hanley there along with Alexander Rowe. 19 right there, the 00 with the 23 down to the inside wall. They keep it straight, however, when the 37 comes back up with the 00. They're now 4 wide with Roman Fenway, Colton Yo, Jonathan Buford. There's Max Anderson as well with Wyatt Walker. And then Stephen Taylor's behind all this. The 00, the 13 makes slight contact there up into the 62 Jonathan Buford. That's all it takes to send them both up into the outside wall. Then Buford comes down. Colton Yo hits him up into Stephen Taylor's and out of control and trying to get back up onto the racing surface. Hits the pit barrels hard and collects Mitchell Collins in the 14. So a hard crash for Stephen Taylor. He goes nose first into those pit barrels. And it's all due to this 4 wide that we saw at the back of the field. This was within the final 10 positions where this happened. Mitchell Collins obviously a hard hit as well in the 14 car. Look at this for another angle, a wider shot, just so you can see the 14's hit as well into the outside wall. And Stephen Taylor took the brunt of this impact. Hard hit for the 33. Nose first into those pit barrels. And Levi Schoens had just taken the race lead away from Riley Sampson, so he gets back to the caution flag. And first, he's going to rack up some laps led here. So the 92 Levi Schoens out in front. Sebastian Kukulon looks like the only one to hit pit lane. And Levi Schoens will lead this race back to green flag and number 92. Coming back green here in lap number 9, Levi Schoens in the 92. leads this race as Steven Taylor's out. Mitchell Collins 41st with that damage. John Beefer as well is towards the back of the field. So Levi Shones out in front of the 92 for this restart. Riley Sampson, the pole sitter, in second. Trey Rainey, Mathis Wells, and Luke Rainey are the front five. For the restart in lap number 9, Shones steps on the gas, and we're back racing in the Mello Yello 400. Great jump for Shones and Sampson. Third place. Trey Rainey spins the tires, has Wells over the back of him. And Wells going to look to the inside. May have been some contact there between the 51 and the 18. Down the backstretch, side by side for third. Luke Rainey the 2, following that 18 down the bottom lane. Wells trying to take it. He will off turn 4. Mathis Wells to third. He moves up in front of the 51. Rainey, Trey up top. Luke down low. Cole Luigi behind. Look at 3 wide. That 42 strong on the bottom lane. He looks 3 wide. Can he keep it down there? He does. That's 3 wide inside the front 5. That's for 4th. Cole Luigi inside. Luke Rainey outside. Trey Rainey falls back at the 51. Down to the clutches of Oliver Galloway and Matt Godden. Luigi grabs 4th away. Now Jay Jefferson up inside the front 5. He's to 5th. Gets a little tight down low. Luigi clears down the backstretch for 4th. Now up front, Sampson's not letting Shones get away. That 15 looking awfully strong right now. Hunting that 92 down. And we're at a point of the race now where if a yellow flag were to come out, it would drastically change the running order of this race. Because we would see some drivers at this point half and half. Some would come down, some would stay on the racetrack. I think we're at a point now where if a yellow came out, it would change the complexity of this whole race. As Colton Yellow's come out the pit lane, he is currently a few laps down the 99. Currently is 1 lap down. Roman Fenway also on pit road. He's a lap down. Here comes Mitchell Collins off as our second yellow's out. The yellow lights are waving and then followed down the front stretch into turn 1. It's Carter Freese and Adam McDowell. McDowell starts second in this race. And now the field come back around. Let's hope they get it slowed down. Wells is going for a second on Sampson. 3 wide behind. Wells beats Riley Sampson back to the start finish on the 3 wide. Cole Luigi beat Jay Jefferson and Matt Godden. That was for 4th. Our second yellow of the race, and now Shones is going to come down the pit lane. Along with Matt, the front 3 are coming down behind that little skirmish. Nathan Orman is also up at the 24. He came flying into the mess. Orman, that was from 8th position. Look at their still wrecking backstretch. Roman Fenway's involved. We have a few drivers staying on the racetrack. Hernandez, the 48, is damaged speed staying out. Jeff Wright staying out the 9. Derek Hamill staying on the racetrack. But Shones leading the field down the pit lane. Our race leader coming in, and there's a ton of contact and whatnot happening here throughout the field. These drivers fuel only. Shones quicken away with Mathis Wells second, Riley Sampson third. They come out behind the 00. So that's where they will be scored. Vince Vinta trying to get through this mess, trying to get where he belongs. So caution flag in the air as a few drivers had to come down the pit lane. And now, let's see what happened to cause the caution. Adam McDowell started this race second, but now he's all damaged in the rear end. Adam McDowell fanned back on the outside. That 22 looked awfully tight at this point in the race. He had been falling back, and right here off the corner, Joe Jefferson and Adam McDowell, they make contact in the middle. Around goes the 22 and the 31 hard to the inside while Hernandez barely avoids in the 48 car. McDowell slides up, gets into Alex Fletcher. Eli Bright takes evasive action. The 22 spinning around now gets Trey Wright. Carter Friesen comes in nowhere to go and nails into the rear end of the 22. Jeff Bright in the 9 trying to get through. Some cars try to stop, and we get our second caution flag of the race. And we're not even a third of the way done with the Mello Yello 400. McDowell took a really hard hit to 22. Hits just kept on coming. No one really had anywhere to go. And then back here, they were kind of racing back around. We saw Cole Luigi get sideways to the 14. I'm wondering if he was trying to get down pit road. He was up top 3 wide, maybe cause something there. The 3 wide up in front. And it all kind of starts with Cole Luigi and Jay Jefferson, I believe. As they're coming through, lap cars in between and whatnot. Right here. Oh, Luigi tried to get down. They all kind of checked up, and right there, cars just started running into the back of each other. So I don't know what that checkup was for, but it was really all those 3, the 42, the 78, and the 41 that really caused that. And then we get pit stops. Shones is off in first. However, some cars do stay on the racetrack, including Anton Charlebois. So the 96 should be our race leader once we get back going in the Mello Yello 400. Coming back here in lap number 19, Anton Charlebois stay on the racetrack and will be our race leader. As William Bolnez retired along with Nathan Ormond, as we have 39 cars on the racetrack. Mitchell Collins is 1 lap down on the tail end of that. There are 35 cars on the lead lap. Colton Yo, Griffin Lynn, Mitchell Collins all lap down. Roman Fenway's 2 laps down. So some mixed strategy here on pit road. Anton Charlebois stays out along with Anthony Hernandez, Jake Galloway, Derek Hamill, Vince Vintage, Jeff Wright, Roman Fenway is 2 laps down, then Alexander Rowe, and the front 7 is down the racetrack. 8th on back, Shones, Wells, and Riley Sampson, the first three off the pit lane. Back racing, Anton Charles, race leader, and Hernandez all torn up in second. And so we'll see how this strategy goes. A mixed bag of strategy. It'll be interesting to see which one plays out well. Down the backstretch, Fenway falls back, and that's already a yellow flag. Caution is already out for the third time, and Jonathan Beeford's night is done. Alex Fletcher also involved. Griffin Lynn coming down the pit lane. So issues as we've just taken the restart. Charles Ball back in front with Anthony in second, Jake Galloway third, and now do these drivers decide they want to come down the pit lane? It would be too early now to even decide to do that. So we got a third yellow of the day. A third of the way in. This time involved Jonathan Beeford. We've just gone back green. Happened off the restart. The one special Eagle in front of the 6-2 Jonathan Beeford right here. 6-2 opening with one, spins him into the inside wall and gets Griffin Lynn. And the yellow flag comes out for that. Jonathan Beeford's night ended as he had not even taken the green flag at this point. You'll see right here, he just gasses up and gets in the back of the one of Sebastian Kukel and got tapped the racetrack, but really no reason for Beeford to be going down there on the restart that early, just in a very aggressive move. And up into the one and spins himself out. Put Mitchell Collins now 2 laps down. The front three, I believe, got around the 14, so they'll be clear of the lap traffic of Mitchell Collins. Anton Charles, the race leader in the 96. Anthony Hernandez second. They have stayed out on the racetrack, and car number 96 will be the race leader once we get back going in the Mello Yellow 400. Green flag back in the air. We're back racing. There was a mixed issue here on the restart where the cars got clogged up. Now there are lap cars in front of these lead lap cars. Cars are supposed to be on the lead lap at the tail end of this. And now these drivers, these race leaders are trying to get around, and these drivers that are off the pace really hoping a yellow comes out. Drivers like Luigi and Riley Sampson got caught because the 15 could not get up in line in front of the 42. They got caught, and now they're kind of on the tail end lead lap currently. They are really hoping for a quick yellow right here. If it had Charles Baugh, he would love to just see the stay green. The last cars that got through, Matt Wells, Matt Gunn, that's the front 10. And then here's 11th place, Riley Sampson, Luigi, 11th and 12th, Oliver Galloway, and then you have this whole train of cars that are really hoping a yellow comes out at some point, because Anton Charles is coming around to try to put them a lap down. Galloway moves to second, Jeff right up to third, and then a huge battle back here. Vince Vinta, Colton Yoza a few laps down, and McDowell's well laps down. Moving through with these lead lap cars, and currently the field is so spread out. At this point, a yellow flag could be hard to get. That's really bad news for some of these drivers that are hoping for a caution flag to come out. Jake Galloway moving on his teammate Derek Bouchard. Bouchard falling a lap down due to the issues on the restart. He's currently 27th on the racetrack. He's going to be 29th now. And up here, some of these drivers that aren't supposed to be at the tail end of this field, they're just praying right now that we get a quick yellow flag and that they can just cycle back around. Riley Sampson, Luigi the first of them, they're 11th and 12th. And then Oliver Galloway, here's the battle for 11th. Luigi to the inside of Sampson. Code's going to take that position away in the 42. Right here, all these cars are in danger of falling a lap down. Danny Lloyd in the 19 has just fallen 1 lap off the pace. Anton Charles, the race leader. Jake Galloway's come with the head steam in the 11 car. Remember, these drivers have not yet come down the pit lane. As you look at the running orders, TJ Henley falls a lap down now in the 23. You look at the running order, the first car who has hit the pit lane in this lead pack is currently the 92 Levi Jones back in the 10th position. Scratch that, it's Matt Wells who's up to 6th. The 18 is flying through the field right now. First car off the pit lane in the 18. And the cars are slow because we get a caution flag, and it's for one of the unlucky drivers, Trey Rainey in the 51 involved, as he has spun down the front stretch. And now those drivers that got caught, oh, another, was that Luke? Was that the 2 of Luke Rainey that has possibly just been crashed in 1 and 2? And it was. So the Raineys in the same crash have been taken out, and those are 2 of the drivers that did not want, that they should not have been where they were. So now we got a few more cars hitting the pit lane. However, our race leaders, Anton Charles, Jake Galloway, Jeff Bright, along with Matt Gunn, stay on the racetrack. Vince Vinta has come down the pit lane from the 5th position. Trey Rainey, there's Alexander Rowe. We have another car blowing up. It's Wyatt Walker, second in points. So our 4th yellow of the race at halfway, and it's just caused chaos here in the Mello Yellow 400. See what happened to Trey Rainey and Luke Rainey. They crashed together down the front stretch. These two are bound together, and really this all started because of the restart shenanigans that happened with cars not being where they're supposed to be. These drivers possibly just trying to get away, driving hard, and right here, 51, Trey Rainey up into the 2 of Luke Rainey, spins them both into the inside wall. It's going to be an awkward night at the Rainey household for sure, as the 51 spins up, and then the 2 comes off the inside, and right here, slides up out of control and hard into the outside wall, and Luke goes up and over here at North Wilkesboro. So a flip as he just flips off of the outside wall, and we get our 4th caution of the race. And the Rainey brothers, who had been running so well tonight inside the front 10 before those pit cycles, both of which, at least Luke is definitely going to be done for the night. Trey is basically done as well. I think he's fallen a lap down. So now, Anton Charlebois, still the race leader of the 96. He is yet to come down the pit lane here tonight in this race. He's holding out hope that whatever strategy he's using will work out. So Anton Charlebois out in front on our 4th caution of the night here in North Wilkesboro. 25 laps of racing to go once we get the green flag after this 4th caution of the race. Out, we didn't show this last time, but Alex Fletcher and John Buford out from that last crash. Wyatt Walker, Gearbox, AC Griffin Lynn's 4 laps down. Then Luke Ray and Trey Rainey both out. There are only 24 cars on the lead lap. TJ only going to try and get his lap back. Daniel Lloyd the same there. Santa Charles still out front, has not yet hit the pit lane. Same for 2nd place, Jake Galloway. Jeff Bright 3rd, Mac on 4th. Matt Swells, the highest driver who has come down the pit road, currently in 5th. And Anton Charlebois does not want the lap cars to get to his inside. Rockets away from Hanley. And now Jake Galloway looking to the inside of TJ to stay in touch with Anton Charlebois down the backstretch. And the Yellow's back out again. Sebastian Kukulon is wrecked down the front stretch for a 5th caution of the race. And Anton Charlebois' camp is now going to have another chance if they want to come down the pit lane. They have that choice to do so right here. 5th yellow of the race comes out immediately once we get the green flag, and these drivers are not budging to come down the pit lane, although pit road might be closed at that point. So Sebastian Kukulon wrecks, and we'll see what happens. Same deal as before. John Thorne's up the racetrack. Kukulon looking to his inside right here. Oh, they actually, Matt Oskin is the one that spun Kukulon out. And the yellow comes out for our 5th time tonight. We're just past the halfway point. And now this will bring up another restart for Anton Charlebois, who is yet to come down the pit lane. Remember, the 96 out in front in the Mello Yellow 400. 19 laps to go here in North Wilkesboro for the Mello Yellow 400. Anton Charlebois leads. We have 34 cars on the racetrack, 24 on the lead lap. Hanley, Lloyd, Friesen, Bouchard, McDowell, and Colton Yell all 1 lap down. Mitchell Collins is 2 down. Carr Joey 2 down. Roman Fenway is 3 down. And Griffin Lynn is 4 laps down. As Anton Charlebois out front is yet to come down the pit lane, remember. Same with Jake Gow in 2nd and Jeff Bright in 3rd, along with Matt Gunn in 4th. Matthew Swells hit the pit lane. He's currently in the 5th position. And then back in 6th with Anthony Hernandez. Derek Hamill is 7th. Levi Schoen 8th. 9th place is Riley Samuels. Totally to 10th. So there are a ton of lap cars up in this mess. It's really, really impactful. We're back racing here in the Mello Yellow 400. Hanley stays with Anton Charlebois. He wants his lap back. Looking to the inside of the 96 down the backstretch. He'll be hoping we'll get one of those quick yellows that we've been getting. TJ will work his way by Anton Charlebois, but with that, he's going to bring company with him. Galway to the back of the 96. Can't make anything with it. Now Charlebois wants to put that 23 back a lap down. Back to the inside with 18 to go. Race side by side turn 3. That's a big move out of our race here with the lap car. He's too worried about that lap car. Here comes 2nd place Jake Galloway inside. Jake Galloway, side by side, 3 wide. Contact, the 96 still worried about the lap car. Charlebois still worried about the lap car. TJ Hanley, he has just given the race the race lead to Jake Galloway at the 6th yellow of the race. Jake Galloway out in front. Can Jeff Bright get to 2nd? Contact between the teammates Wells and Lloyd. Around goes Hamill in front of the field with Anthony Hernandez, the 48. Car's going to try and avoid. Bouchard chooses low. He's got to slam on the brakes. They do. They're going to get halted there. Jake Galloway out in front of the 11, and they're not going to come down the pit lane. This was 16 to go. Do they have enough fuel to go the distance with all these caution flags? Have they saved enough? Jake Galloway leading, Anton Charlebois 2nd. But now let's see the reason for the caution. Couldn't really tell who was involved, but we'll just go see what happened. Another instance off turn number 4. Cars just kind of slide up. Roman Fenway to Griffin Lynn. Contact behind. Fenway down to Oliver Galloway with 34 Trey Wright. They make contact, bang around, and we get another caution flag here tonight. Is the 6th one, and we're still going to have about 10 laps to go on the restart for us to get at least 2 more probably. Hard racing, a lot of lap cars in the middle of all that. Luckily, I don't know how many lead lap cars got involved. Trey Wright was a lead lap car. He was involved. Oliver Galloway the same there in the 6th. They were both inside the front 15. See lead lap cars slicing through lap cars. Griffin Lynn, Cole Luigi slicing through him, and McDowell. Derek Bouchard, 2 lap cars, and right there, Hernandez and Hamill spin under the yellow flag, and they are still on the racetrack in their respective positions, 7th and 8th. So now how does Jake Galloway deal with being out front? The 11 cars are race leader and will go back green with about 10 to go in the Mello Yellow 400. 11 laps of racing to go here in North Wilkesboro, and Jake Galloway is the new race leader in the 11. However, do they have enough field to go the distance? No cars out from that, but we only have 23 cars on the lead lap now as Jake Galloway leads in the 11. Behind in second, Anton Charles, then Jeff Bright in third. So the front 3 are clear of lap traffic. Then lap crunch when he in 4th place, Matt Godden. Another 2 lap crunch when he in 5th place, Matthew Swells. And Levi Jones is 6th. Derek Hamill 7th. Anthony Hernandez 8th. 9th place back here is Riley Stanton. Totally with 2 cars back in 10th. Back racing once again. Charles Bois stayed with Jake Galloway, put the 9 over the 96 as well. Jeff Bright. He wants to go for the sweep. He won the Target race yesterday. He wants to win the Cup race here tonight. We're coming to 10 to go. We'll be in the final 10 laps. Do the front 3 have enough fuel to go the distance? Contact for the race lead. The front 2 out of control. Jeff Bright looking to the high side. Galloway gets away in the 11. Sliding up for second. Anton Charles is going to clear Jeff Bright. That now puts the 9 up top. Matt Gunn wants his position right here, the 41. He wants to be inside the front 3 in case we get another yellow. Jake Galloway leads, 10 to go in the Mello Yellow 400. Cars all over cars on pit road. Around down the front stretch goes the 12. The 38, the 6 on pit road is Cole Luigi and Joe Jefferson. They will fall a lap down. 7th caution of the race. With 8 to go, it'll be under 5 to go for the restart. Jake Galloway leads, Anton Charles 2nd, Matt Gunn 3rd. 4th place will be Jeff Bright. Wells will be 5th. Do the front 3 have enough fuel to go the distance? We're about to find out, but we get another caution flag. I believe it is our 7th of the night. We'll see what happened. Here it is off turn number 4. Racing hard and once again sliding off the corner. Lynn gets contact with Oliver Galloway into L Legacy along with Max Anderson. Cars all together, and then some had to come in the pit lane. They will fall a lap down. Cole Luigi, one of the unfortunate victims, along with Joe Jefferson. So Jake Galloway leads in the 11. He has not yet come down the pit lane here tonight, however. So will he have enough fuel to finish this race? Will Anton Charles have enough fuel as well? We'll come back with under 5 to go in the Mello Yellow 400 here at North Wilkesboro. 3 to go once we get the green flag here in North Wilkesboro. Jake Galloway in the 11 leads the race. And we still have 21 cars on the lead lap, a few falling a lap down due to having to come down the pit road. Jake Galloway leads. Does he have enough fuel? Anton Charles behind in 2nd. Matt Gunn is 3rd. Then back in 4th, it's Jeff Bright. Back in 5th, Mathis Wells. With Levi Jones in 6th, Anthony Hernandez, Derek Hamill, and then Riley Sampson and Marshall Burrow are the front 10. Do they have enough fuel to finish this race out? 3 to go. Do they get a caution to help? Green flag. Galloway may have spun the tires. Charles from 2nd to the back bumper. Matt Gunn in 3rd, also there. Through 1, Galloway at the racetrack. Side by side for the race win down the backstretch. Charles inside, Jake Galloway runs off the top side to get back clear. Now the 96 back to the inside, fighting back. Again, a slide out of the 96 allows the 11 to pull away with 2 to go. But does Galloway have enough fuel? Gunn's trapped to the high side. Here comes Jake Galloway, still under power. Coming to the white flag, the Mello Yellow 400 in its final lap. Jake Galloway leads. He and Anton Charles on the same strategy on fuel, and they have played it perfectly down the backstretch. He saved enough. 2 wins last season for Jake Galloway in the Gatorade Cup Series. He'll add a 3rd this season. Checkered flag. Jake Galloway wins his 1st of the season over Anton Charles. Contact and rubbing coming back to the line. Cars trying to get every position they can, but for Jake Galloway, the strategy worked out well for him. He wins here in North Wilkesboro. Let's go see the finishing results. Here are the finishing results from the Mello Yellow 400 at the North Wilkesboro Speedway. 7 caution flags for 34 laps, and 3 lead changes among 4 different drivers. And if I can't say that was anything but a shit show. So that will definitely not be on the schedule next season for sure. Jake Galloway wins the race, leading 17 laps. Anthony Sharpont dominated, leading 29, ends up second, with Matt Gahn third, Mathis Wells and Jeff Wright rounding out the front 5. Anthony Hernandez 6th, Derek Hamill 7th, Riley Sampson from the pole in 8th, Levi Shones 9th, and Marshall Burrow rounds out the front 10. Look at the top 20. It's just a crazy race overall. Not really anything crazy. It was just stupid by anything that was involved. It will definitely not be on the schedule next season. I can definitely promise that I will find a replacement for sure. That was absurd what happened here tonight for this race. And as we look down 21st to 40th, TJ Hanley, the first of the cars, one lap down. We only had 20 cars on the lead lap, and for Joe Jefferson, Cole Luigi, they for some reason decided to come in the pit lane under that one green flag run towards the end. They fell a lap down from top 15 spots. I don't know why that happened, and I guess it would be something to do with the track and how poorly it was made. But that is it. There are the finishing results. 35th on down involved in crashes out of the many 7 caution flags that we had during this race. 9 races down in the Gatorade Cup Series season. Here are the point standings. Riley Sampson still on top of the points by 28 now over Anthony Hernandez, who is 2nd, Matt Oskin 3rd, Levi Shones 4th, Wyatt Walker down to 5th, with Carter Friesen, TJ Hanley, Jonathan Rains, Griffin Lynn, and Jonathan Buford rounding out the front 10 in points. 9 races this season, 9 different winners. Jake Galloway, the win is up to the 16th place in points. Eli Bryce up to 12th. There right now the 2 wild cards, as Eli 12th, Jake Galloway 16th. Right now have wild card positions for their seasons. Look down 21st to 40th in points. Carter Joe with that win is 21st. He's right now the lowest winner. If he can move up in points, he can try and use it as a wild card. If he could beat out the 11 or the 88, or say the 88 bumps his way inside the top 10, knocks a non-winner out. Max Anderson and Anthony Sharpont still parried down at the bottom of the points list. So the next race will definitely be better than this. We head to another North Carolina short track. We go to Rockingham for the Oreo 400. I will see you guys then.